13 million. 13 million. Can you actually believe that number?
Wow.
That's how many fans, like all trying at the same time to get tickets for Coldplay's 2025 Asia tour.
It's like, what would that be? The entire population of Tokyo.
Yeah, all crammed into a digital waiting room, fingers glued to the refresh button.
It's incredible, isn't it? I mean, it really speaks volumes about, that global reach that Coldplay has. So I guess today we'll try to unpack some of that, right? The tour, the fans, what it says about music today.
Absolutely. And we've got a lot to work with today. We've got the official tour info, a news article from The Hindu that really captures the chaos on the ground.
Yeah.
And even some stuff from a Coldplay fan forum on Reddit, just to get a feel for what the fans are saying.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
And I was curious, so I might have peeked at a ticket reseller site just to see, what's going on in the, wild world of resale.
Always interesting to see, yeah. The secondary market often has its own story to tell.
Okay, so big picture. Music of the Spheres World Tour. This is a big one, right? 19 countries, 57 concerts.
Yeah, it's a big one.
It starts later this month in Australia, then a quick stop in Abu Dhabi before landing in Mumbai this January.
And this is where it gets really interesting, because the anticipation in India, especially according to that Hindu article, it was off the charts. Like, fans were spending days strategizing, they were like memorizing seating charts, coordinating group bookings.
Wow.
It was like military-style prep for a concert ticket.
So it wasn't even just, I'm going to buy a ticket. This was like strategic.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I'm going to beat the system.
It really highlights, I think, what these experiences mean to people, right? Yeah. But unfortunately, the system kind of fought back. I mean, Book My Show, which is India's big ticketing platform, basically just buckled.
Oh, no.
Millions of fans all hitting refresh at the same time and then crash.
See, that's like my nightmare. Like, you finally get the app to load, you're in the queue, and it's like hundreds of thousands of people ahead of you.
Right.
And then it just disappears. Poof.
It's like it never even happened.
The frustration.
Yeah, and you know what? This also kind of brings up that whole thing about the technological challenge behind all of this. Like, how do you handle that much traffic all at once,
Right.
Making sure the user experience is, not too horrible. It's a lot of pressure for these platforms.
Definitely. It reminds me of what was the whole Taylor Swift ticket debacle.
Oh, yeah.
In the U.S. last year.
Yeah.
Same chaos, just, different continent. And this was for, just 2 Mumbai shows initially, right?
Yeah, 2 shows. And get this. Despite, all the Book My Show drama,
right,
both shows sold out, like, instantly.
No way.
Oh, yeah. The demand was so crazy that they actually added a 3rd Mumbai date.
Which I'm guessing also sold out.
Yeah. Guessed it. Completely gone.
It's wild, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it just shows you how much Coldplay means to people, especially in India. It's like, this wasn't just, it'd be fun to go to a concert.
Right.
It was like this whole, cultural moment. You had to be there.
It's like FOMO times 1,000.
Exactly.
Speaking of which, the Reddit thread we have, it's hilarious. Some people are making jokes like, Book My Show, if you're listening, please, we need you to fix you right now.
Oh, that's good.
But then others are like, actually kind of heartbreaking, talking about how long they've waited for this tour, how stressful that whole ticket queue was.
Totally. It's like this whole mix of like excitement, disappointment, anticipation.
And social media just throws fuel on the fire,
Oh, absolutely.
Everyone's sharing their experience, even if it's just like refreshing a broken web page.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
But it creates this like shared experience,
Right. And it makes me think about this whole trend of like live music being the ultimate experience.
But maybe it's not even about the music itself, Maybe it's more like the energy, everyone together.
It's a community.
Yeah, exactly. Being a part of something bigger.
Exactly. And that's something Coldplay really understands, I think. It's not just a concert, it's an event. For some people, it's almost like a pilgrimage.
That's a good way to put it. Oh, and speaking of new things, the Reddit thread mentioned something interesting about the Hong Kong shows.
Okay.
They said Coldplay is going to be one of the first acts to play at that new Kai Tak Sports Park.
Oh, right. That's a brand new stadium they're building.
Yeah, so it's not just about the band. It's about launching this venue with like a bang.
It's a smart move, really, for both of them.
Yeah.
Coldplay gets to be associated with this big, impressive new place,
Yeah.
and the stadium gets instant credibility because, well, it's Coldplay.
It's like when U2 opened that the MSG Sphere in Vegas last year.
Exactly. Big names, big venues, it's all connected. Big business.
And speaking of big business, should we address the elephant in the room? Ticket prices.
We might as well.
I mean, the dates and venues, you can find that on Coldplay's site.
Yeah, no need to go through all of that.
But I did want to talk about the cost,
Mm.
because this musical pilgrimage, it doesn't come cheap.
It definitely varies, of course.
Yeah.
Depends on the city, the seat, and of course the whole resale market. But I think from what we've seen for these Asia dates, tickets start around $98.
Okay.
And then the median price is somewhere around $278.
Okay.
But yeah, then you get to those reseller sites, and who knows? Could be anything.
Yeah, I saw some crazy prices earlier. And it's always a little sad, especially for those super fans who really wanted to go but maybe couldn't get a ticket.
Yeah.
It makes you wonder about how fair the whole concert ticket system really is.
Yeah, for sure. The secondary market, it's a tricky thing. I mean, it exists for a reason,
Right.
but it can also price people out. It's definitely something people are talking about in the music industry.
It'll be interesting to see how that all shakes out. But okay, moving on from ticket prices and stadium deals, there's another side to Coldplay that I wanted to talk about.
Okay.
The whole social and environmental responsibility thing.
Right, right. Which they're really big on, by the way.
Yeah, they talk about it a lot on their website.
Oh, totally. They're actually trying to make a difference, advocating for different causes, making their tours more eco-friendly. And this isn't just, some PR stunt. They're actually putting in the effort.
Which is pretty cool to see.
Yeah, especially for a band that's as big as they are. You don't see that every day.
So we talked about a lot with Coldplay. Everything from those crazy ticket lines to new stadiums. Where do we even go from here?
Well, we were talking about Coldplay and how committed they are to, social causes and being good for the environment.
Yeah.
And especially how they're trying to make their tours more sustainable.
Yeah.
I mean, that opens up some interesting possibilities for them down the line.
What if big stadium concerts, which everyone kind of thinks of as being bad for the environment,
Right.
what if they could flip the script? What if they could actually be good for the planet?
Exactly. And imagine if Coldplay used their fame to, encourage other artists and fans to be more eco-friendly too.
That would be huge.
Yeah, it would totally change things.
It's funny you mentioned that because remember we were talking about how they're playing that new Kai Kok Sports Park in Hong Kong?
Yeah.
It's what if that venue, that brand new venue, what if it was built from the ground up with sustainability in mind?
Right.
And then they do a show there and it's boom, this is what's possible.
Oh, that would be amazing. Imagine a concert that's entirely powered by renewable energy,
Wow.
and using special stage designs that produce almost no trash.
Wow.
Maybe they could even team up with local groups in Hong Kong to figure out, eco-friendly ways for people to even get to the concert.
That's a whole other level of concert experience.
Exactly. And it makes sense for them, too. It fits with their image.
Totally.
And it'll resonate with their fans, especially the ones who are, really concerned about climate change and stuff.
It would be a big deal for sure. And this is making me think about that new music they keep hinting at.
Yeah.
Because if their thing now is unity and hope and connection, plus they care about the environment, what's their next album going to sound like?
It's going to be fascinating to see where they go. I mean, will it be all about how urgent climate change is?
Yeah.
Or will it be more hopeful, music about resilience?
Oh, or both.
Right. It's hard to say.
What if they team up with another artist who's really into environmentalism?
Oh, that would be cool.
It could be a really powerful statement.
Absolutely. And that's what I love about this whole thing. We've looked at all the trends, the fans going crazy for tickets.
Yeah.
And now it's just a big question mark about their music.
The best kind of question mark.
It really is. It's part of what makes being a music fan fun, right? It's not just the music itself. It's thinking about what they'll do next,
Just speculation, yeah.
Exactly. And how their sound will change, what they'll say.
I'm here for it.
Me too. But okay, I think we have to wrap this up.
Yeah.
But before we do, I think one thing is very clear. Coldplay is more than just a band, right?
Totally.
They're huge, and they're dealing with all this stuff, technology, how society is changing, the environment. It's a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think no matter if you're someone who fought for tickets to their show or you just, pay attention to what's big in music.
Right.
Coldplay shows us how music can bring people together, how it can inspire people,
Yeah,
and maybe even make a real difference in the world.
I totally agree. It'll be amazing to see what they do next with their music, with everything.
Yeah. Well, that's our deep dive into the world of Coldplay. The fans, the tour, what might be next for their music. We went from those crazy ticket sales in India to those eco-friendly concert dreams in Hong Kong and everything in between.
Pay attention to those little details. They might just reveal more than you think.
Because sometimes the most interesting story isn't the one being told, but the one hidden between the lines.
It really was.
So until next time, keep listening to music, keep asking questions, and most importantly, keep that playlist going.
Like, subscribe, become a Titan.